Yeah, people, welcome back. Yet another Sunday after Nick and Dan podcast. It's say it what episode 2. Yeah, welcome and Daniel there. Before we go into the podcast, look, we have to talk about these two things. Bayer Leverkusen, they made in Bundesliga, what they call it in German. You know that famous what they call it in German.
The German Meister.
Yeah, the German Meister. How you feel? What you think about Bayer Leverkusen winning their maiden Bundesliga season before we go into the Nikan podcast? I have two things before we jump into.
Very, congrats to them. They have been very, very good. Best of all the team this season. They basically beat everybody this season. They're still unbeaten. They can achieve that.
Yeah.
They're still in the Europa League as well. They're in the cup final, so they can do a treble this year. So congrats to Xabi Alonso. I'm very happy that he's staying for another year. I think that's the best thing he can do for his career. Keep on learning the game and build on from there. And I'd love to see he coach them in the Champions League. So kudos to Leverkusen. They've gave Bayern Munich a run for their money this year, and
Yeah. Nearly 2 decades, Wrexham, the Hollywood story continue. Just 2 more steps. Yeah, just 2 more steps. The Hollywood story. Rob and Ryan, you know them two famous owners that own the Welsh club. Yeah, Wrexham is back in the Football League 3rd tier. Last season it took them a while before they get back into the Football League. Now they're back in the 3rd tier of English Football League 1. So it's back-to-back promotion for the first time in their over 100. This club is over 150 years old. Really historic club in Wales in English football. So yeah, Wrexham is back in 3rd tier for nearly 2 decades. But that's the 2 things I wanted to touch on before we go into the podcast. Yeah, Nick and Dan, but people, whoever is on stream, bless upon yourself, welcome back to the show. Really appreciate your service, after listening to us talking about beautiful football. Yeah, drag bonito. Look, people, we will be back after the break. Yes, that's the intro for the podcast. People, Daniel, Battle FC, the banner is out again.
Oh, Joel there. Joel, where there?
Yo, the Battle FC is back again. The banner is out again, man. But look, we feel it for the Gunners, but if I was a Gunner, man, I wouldn't feel so upset because it's your own. It's your own Lay and Chippy Bailey. Yeah. Ollie Watkins, his best ever season, in a jersey in his professional career. I don't know, man, but Arsenal, why today at home? The 2 big guns, I would say just throw away the league at home, Liverpool at home. Yo, the last time Liverpool have lost a game at home in the English Premier League and didn't score, it was back in COVID 2021. I know Chelsea have done it. Remember when Chelsea beat them at Anfield? Mason Mount, that goal that Mason Mount scored.
Yeah.
I can't remember the other team. I think I have it written down. I'm trying to remember the other team. It was Fulham. Fulham and Chelsea was the last two teams that
I think
beat.
Leeds beat them there too.
I'm
Leeds.
talking about clean sheet.
Oh, clean sheet.
Beat them without clean sheet. Real Madrid have done it in the Champions League also. Not many teams have done what Crystal Palace done. Yeah, go to Anfield. Especially United was the only team to get a positive results there all season long with a clean sheet, and Crystal Palace have showed them up again. But that's where we're going to start. Arsenal versus Aston Villa. Yeah. I've seen this written all over the calendar. I've seen it written all over the calendar. This game, I knew it. He was going to step up. But I was very disappointed, though, to see him on the bench. First of all, I was very disappointed because over, how many times he's going to prove it to Unai that he's always stepping up to the big games. If he's not scoring, he's playing really good. You know,
Yeah.
was it?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Now, I was asking you, what was your thoughts when you saw that Leon was on the bench?
I wasn't. I was surprised, but at the same time, I wasn't surprised because I feel like he kind of rotate with him and Diaby. I think
Yeah.
they I think Diaby and Bailey is kind of similar, almost a little similar type of players. They're very going forward, attacking minded, and they want to stay on the right and cut in. So I can see why he went with Diaby and then Bruno. It basically Bruno and Bailey to come and win the game. So I feel like Diaby and Bailey, they rotate that position. You get me?
Yeah.
It's vice versa. Bailey will start the next game and Diaby be coming on like in the 60th, 70th minute. Depends on how the game is going. So I was surprised, but at the same time I wasn't surprised.
The Italian though, Zaniola, a lot of people give him a lot of stick, throughout the season since he came over. But I must say, today he played not, I would say, much on the ball, but he gave William Saliba and Gabriel a lot of talking points. He was pressing them all game long, and he was actually dropping back in that midfield, helping out Aston Villa with that double pivot in the midfield. So I would say Ryan Bailey, it doesn't matter what happened. My friend Presser is saying that, defensively he's not offering anything, but the man is an attacker. He's going to get the job done. And when he came on the pitch, he was trying to go at Zinchenko. He was trying to go 1v1 at all time. And you could see the positive, thing that.
Yeah, but I must say this. Whenever you're going away to the better teams, the top teams like Arsenal, Man City,
Yeah.
you do need players that's going to put in a shift. You get what I'm saying? So I can see why Emery went with Diaby, because you could say Diaby be a little bit more hardworking than Bailey. You get what I'm saying? So maybe that's why he went with Bailey. But Bailey came on and won the game for them, though.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
First half, Arsenal didn't do much wrong in the first half, but one thing they done wrong is that they didn't take the opportunity. I don't know what Trossard was doing. Trossard have missed one of the sitter of the season. You could also go over there at Anfield, the same thing that Diego Jota did. How many times we come on the show and said, Jota is the one that always going to bail out Liverpool. Trossard is the one that always, recently I've been bailing out, Arsenal. What happened in that first half? How Arsenal didn't go 1-0 up?
It's funny with Trossard. Every time when he doesn't start, he comes on, he always score or win the game for Arsenal. But when he start, he doesn't really have a very good game. It's very funny enough. But Arsenal was brilliant in the first half. They played really good. But after that, I don't know. Trossard, you might could have said that Martinez bring off some brilliant saves. Like, you one of the best keeper in the world at the moment.
At the moment, yeah.
So, you might say Trossard should have done a little bit better, but at the same time, we're talking about Martinez. Every time we come up against Arsenal, he always gonna have something to prove because the way he left Arsenal
around a decade ago.
Yeah, so so you can say he should have done better, but kudos to Martinez in the goal, but Arsenal was very good in the first half.
Yeah.
And it's like them never come out second half. I don't know what happened. Like, I don't know what happened. But I think Una Emery changed his tactics in the second half. I think he changed his tactics in the second half. That's what I think.
Think he go a little bit more direct?
Yeah, I think they started to put pressure onto Shinchenko because he was making a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
Shinchenko was making a lot of mistakes, and and they were just killing them on the wing, especially on the left side where Zanola was. Like they were killing them on the wing. And Arsenal, would you say they're still inexperienced? I'm not so sure.
No, I would say, for the last couple of seasons, this group off together, Mikel Arteta is there.
Yeah.
I would say they probably have a little bit more experience maybe than last season. Mm-hmm. But I think, experience shouldn't be affecting this team from getting over the line. What happened last season, that alone is a learning curve. Over 200 days, on top of league, they should have been doing much, much better. And last week, we sit here praising, Arsenal of how they've been playing excellent. Out of the three teams, Arsenal has been playing really good. But the first time, since the start of the year, they went behind, losing a game, conceding 2 goals. So everything just started to just falling down. The dominoes is just rolling right around. But Carlos, that Brazilian center-half, oh my God, he is so quick around the ground. Yeah, and if he's going to be in that Aston Villa backline playing at I-line, because even in first half, they got ball off the park for most of that time, but he was the one that was mapping up his space. It's like he's getting into the colors that we saw in the La Liga, and I think he's a right fit for Pau Torres. Pau Torres, again, he's not that quick as Carlos, but he got some speed in him. But he more likely have the position of how he mapped up his area and deal with ball that running into the channels. But in the second half, Aston Villa have more passes in their own half than Arsenal. Aston Villa have more passes in Arsenal attacking third than Arsenal have more passes in Aston Villa attacking third. Arsenal have more touches in Aston Villa. Aston Villa have more touches in Arsenal box. Okay. You could see that, he definitely went into the break and said, look, 0-0, we're still in it. We are the Arsenal. We have nothing to lose. You could see that the more the game might go on in the second half, Arsenal look like they're running out of ideas. And Emery just decided, like, I'm going to just go for it. I'm just going to go for it. And that shot, from Yuri Tielemans, how the hell, how that went in?
I think that's where it started off, where Villa started dominate, and they look like they gonna score. And Arteta, I think Arteta shoot himself in the foot because he take off one of his best players. He take off Odegaard. I don't know what was that. That's your captain. You're going for the title. So why would you take off one of your best player off the field at that moment in time in the game? So, very strange decision.
When the time is for bringing on, Smith Rowe on the pitch, he's not bringing him on. But when the time to stick, Odegaard, let him stay up there. He's a leader. He needs to step up in big game. And that I can have a lot of criticism, on Odegaard, because when you really look at it, when Arsenal is playing the big teams, Odegaard, you don't really get much from him, and these are the type of games that, Odegaard need to step up in. Really good player. I've been playing really good, especially in the Champions League, but again, I just feel like these games that he needs to step up, just like how he played at Manchester City. He played an excellent game defensively. He was one of probably the only player that in attacking third whenever Arsenal is in Manchester City half. He was trying to pick up the ball, trying to run at City, trying to drop in those acute boxes to pick up spaces in between the defensive and the midfield line. And I was expecting, he got so much space on the ball. He probably could have do a little bit more, but again, why you take him off the pitch, and give Emil Smith. I'm not saying Emil Smith was a really bad player, but at the time, do you really need that substitution? Sometimes, in big games when you need your big players and to step up, me just always think that as a coach, sometimes you have to let them die out there for the badge. You have to let them play out them heart and soul, sweat till they can't sweat no more. You understand?
Crunching time. So
Yeah.
I don't know. You're going for the title, the ending part of the season. So as I said, Smith Rowe is not a bad player, but he haven't really played too many games this season, and it's just not the time to put him in such a game.
Yeah.
The only thing I can come think of that maybe Odegaard was kind of tired, but that was pretty much it. But Arsenal, very, very disappointed. I don't know where they go from here. I think they still have a shot, but it's very, very
I was probably expecting to see Tomiyasu more than Zinchenko, because Villa will always play with a lot of speed, with a high intensity. So I was probably expecting to see, Tomiyasu more. But Richard Green was saying, the coach just rotating the squad, didn't really start, against City. He didn't start at the Etihad, he started the game against City at Villa Park. Yeah, but Bailey is Aston Villa probably second best informed player at this moment. Why you choose to bench your second best player in the squad? Who else is better than Leon Bailey in that Aston Villa squad? Other from other Watkins? There's no one. Probably Jean McGinn is playing really well, but Leon Bailey is getting the goods done on that right hand side, assist and goal. You want to play your best players at all time. You understand? Look at how in Sir Alex Ferguson days, he used to facilitate Ronaldo just by playing on the left side. He used to stick Rooney in that midfield, stick Tevez in that midfield, and let them two play behind him with Park Ji-sung. So you have to build a chemistry, you have to build around your best players, just like what he's doing with Holly Watkins. So I don't know. Put someone in that midfield that can help out on that right hand side whenever Bailey is playing in big games. So his quality show that you need to start in big games. So I don't see sometimes why the coach would want to put Leon Bailey. Maybe he sees something different, that in big games he gives something different coming off the bench. More fresh leg. When the opponent fullbacks are tired. I don't know what he's seeing, but for me, your best players must always play whenever there is a big game.
I must say one more thing on it. Are you criticizing Emery in winning the tactical? You mean are you criticizing because
no. I'm just saying at all time, I just expect big players should be playing in big games.
If you look at it, in all Arsenal nil after the first half, and then the tactical work. It brought Bailey, and Bailey come and win the game. So maybe that was the idea. Maybe that was the idea.
It's just a positive critique. It's just a positive critique.
Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, he won the game.
Yeah, so Richard's a person like it or not. Leon is a very excellent footballer and a key point of Aston Villa step up. Yeah, you're right.
And they played midweek. They did play Thursday. So
yeah, they did.
You have to put that in perspective.
They did play Lille.
Did Bailey start Thursday?
Yeah, he started and he played almost the entire
that's
game.
Why. Maybe that's why.
But look, when he's the best player in the world, you don't see Mo Salah coming off the pitch. Mo Salah is a right winger. You just don't see the best players coming off the pitch. And I think that's the next thing. On the player side, you have to probably look into more, probably get his fitness level a lot more, so he can play week in and week out. That's how you're going to be on the podium. That's how you're going to be on the podium. Look at over the fence in the women game. Bonisha. You don't really see Bonisha come off the pitch for Manchester City. That's how you're going to be on the podium when it comes down to the best players in the league and the best players in CONCACAF and in Europe.
Honestly, I've been watching Bailey, and I don't think Bailey is fit. That fit to give you a full 90 minutes like after rip.
Yeah.
I don't think he's that fit enough to give you that. For me personally, I don't know if you. I've never seen you able to play a full 90 minutes for Aston Villa.
It's real. It's real. You know, he
So
played.
maybe there's something to it that he's just not that
The
capable.
coach sees something that we not seeing. He's on the training pitch every day with him, as what Richard just said. You know, Emery knows what he's doing. Yeah, Emery knows it. You know, so I'm not saying whatever he's doing is wrong. I'm just putting a little highlight on the positiveness. As a little positive critique of your best player at all times should be playing in the best games, and over he proved it that whenever he comes on off the bench in the big games, he put in a shift. You really don't see that he don't put in a shift. Probably you could go back to that Chelsea game that Villa just didn't turn up that day. Villa just didn't turn up that day. But look, Arsenal, where they go from here, because Wednesday is the big game. Arsenal season can end coming Wednesday night in Munich. Guys, I remember when Bayern Munich lost that game in the Stadio Olimpico against Lazio 1-0.
Yeah.
What the words that came out of the Bayern Munich camp, Thomas Muller told them, calm down. These boys are coming back to Munich. Yeah, and we're going to get the job done. Yeah. Arsenal, what went wrong? Like in the Champions League game against Bayern Munich at the Emirates, they should have done a lot more better, but you can still argue that Bayern Munich team, even though they're just not producing the goods in the Bundesliga at this moment, but a very experienced team. Harry Kane, 32, 33 league goal this season. Thomas Muller have been doing it, for over a decade now. Musiala, one of the best young talents around. So as a gunner, you have to be fearful going into that game on Wednesday. You just cannot let Bayern Munich score first.
Inexperience. Arsenal have been out of the Champions League for a good while now, and expectation when it comes to these type of games, they kind of crumble. They crumble a little bit. You can see that from last season, and when it's crunching time, they just always kind of fall short. I don't see them going away to the Allianz Arena and get a result there. As bad as Bayern Munich being this season, these are Champions League night.
Yeah.
At the biggest stage, they're gonna put on a show.
Yeah.
So Arsenal are gonna have to be perfect.
Perfect.
They're gonna have to be perfect. But it's gonna be tough. I could see them lose that game and then this season just fall short, just like last season. And there's gonna be a lot of tough question for Arteta. Because he invests a lot in this team. This team is his team now.
This is his team. Yeah.
This is his team now. So I don't know. I don't see them going here and get a result. Me personally.
It's gonna be tough. Look, they lost that game at the Emirates today. How can these players rebound from this? Can Odegaard, can Saliba, can these players get back on their feet and look over the fence over in Germany? Bayern Munich played yesterday. They knew that it doesn't matter what they do. Once Leverkusen win on the day, they're going to win the Bundesliga. They're looking at the TV. They're looking at what is happening at the Bayer Arena today, and they saw the pitch. They saw the scene and everything. You don't think this Bayern Munich team going to be well motivated to get the job done in this Champions League? Like, this is the only thing they have left. This is the only thing they have left. And they want to prove that, they're still a giant when it comes on to Champions League. Mm-hmm. They're still a big, big team. And just looking at how this team have been, even the game that they played at the Allianz Arena against Cologne, Bayern Munich came out with a lot of emotion. They want to prove something. They went to the Emirates, they got what they needed, and they come back in the league, beat Cologne, They played a lot of a bright football, but again, let's see what's going to happen on Wednesday. That's the big thing for Arsenal. Arsenal season can be ending in what 3 to 4 days.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very interesting. I'm going to see. Look, I would love Arsenal to beat Bayern Munich, but just looking at it, going, English teams. I think around 2011, Manchester United went there in a quarterfinal game and full. You understand? English teams just don't have good results at Bayern Munich when it comes down to knockout games.
Yeah.
So Arsenal have a lot on the table. Mikel Arteta, let's see, his pedigree as a manager. Can he lift up these young players and get them over the line coming Wednesday night in Munich? That's the next big task. And he said in the post game today that he's looking ahead. There's nothing left behind. He's looking ahead and he's focusing on what's ahead of him. So anything else now you want to touch on about Arsenal game before we move on?
I think they shoot themselves in the foot in the first leg. Too many mistakes, especially in the back. But if they can keep it tight in the back, because I think they can get at this Bayern Munich team. But otherwise than that, they just don't need to shoot themselves in the foot. But I just still think the occasion and the stage, they might just crumble a little bit. Yeah.
So there's this thing. Who you think is the better player, Bukayo or Leon?
I think Saka is ahead a little bit. I think Saka have been proven throughout for a good period of time. I think Bailey, we always criticize Bailey for his inconsistent, but I think Saka will Saka younger too, and he have improved his game. Like you could see he's hitting that world class.
He's getting up there.
He's getting there. Really, I don't know. Because we see Saka do it for England as well. Like he doesn't just do it for Arsenal. I think that's the only thing that we always criticize Bailey for. He just never did it for Jamaica as all he's supposed to. But right now I will go with Saka, to be honest.
Yeah. I probably think skill for skill, I think probably Leon is 100%, ahead of him.
Yeah.
But what Saka have been doing, this to playing at the highest level for Arsenal, been playing under such pressure, coming from the academy, used to play that left back, left wing, but now he's playing at right wing. And he's doing it in the Champions League, around 3 goals in the Champions League now. Been doing it for the last couple of seasons at highest level in the English Premier League. Leon Bailey have done it in games in Liverpool, but I would say he's just not up to the level where it should be. Yeah, just not up to the level where it should be. But moving on. Liverpool at Anfield. Oh my God, Liverpool have crumbled. Liverpool, you saw Jurgen Klopp face at the end.
Yeah.
Before at the first half, he turned around and sprint down the tunnel. At the end of the whistle, he just couldn't believe Crystal Palace walk away from Anfield with 3 points. Eze, I don't know how long Eze going to be at Crystal Palace. Mateta game have improved over the last 3 months. I have never seen this in Mateta. Like,
you always criticize him.
I have always criticizing him. Like, I know you probably have better strikers out there, especially if a regular striker that is 100% better than Mateta.
Yeah.
But oh my God, what Mateta have been doing for Crystal Palace over the last 3 games since the start of the year have been lift. But look. This Palace team, you don't really see Olise, Mateta, and Eze have play together. And Jordan Ayew. You don't really see all of them play together because Is either Ayu injured, especially Elise is injured. Yeah, he's a Eze is injured. You don't really see all four of them, rotating position on the pitch.
Play together to a lot. Yeah.
You remember when Evo, the Stevie Gerrard, what he have done. You remember that game that they battled it against Crystal Palace back in the days? Remember that game?
Yeah. I saw a spark. 4-3.
I know they come again. It's like, what you think? Is it this for Liverpool and Aston? Where Liverpool go from here?
Very frustrated. Nunes, I don't know. Nunes, this guy just keep missing somewhere, but I still think they have a shot at it. The City is not 5-6 points. City have not been perfect this season, but then again, they're the champion. They have the experience. They have won it 3 seasons back to back. And they are ahead. So it's in City hands to lose right now, but I don't know. I was watching the game as well, Liverpool. I was just baffled. I just don't know why they just keep missing so many opportunities. They coming from the United first game in the FA Cup game as well. When United beat.
Yeah.
They just keep getting opportunity and just keep missing chance. I just don't get it. And Salah have not looked the same since he came back from the injury as well.
Since African Cup finished, Salah haven't, he just don't see him.
He just don't look the same.
It just seems like he just cannot beat a player anymore. Mo Salah is like, once he picked up the ball, he's on his toes. He's going directly at it, inside out. Yeah. And he's 9 out of 10, he's going to get the best out of the fullback at all time. He's got the best of him. But I don't know, for some reason, it just baffles me. Mo Salah just cannot beat a man at this moment.
I did have Liverpool as the favourites because of the fixtures that the remaining games they have. But look at it now. There's no game guarantee.
There's no game guarantee.
No game guarantee. Say you're gonna win. You're gonna turn up and win. You get what I'm saying? So I still think them and Arsenal have a chance because, as we say, nothing is guaranteed in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Because City can drop points next week and Liverpool or Arsenal win and then back on top again. And then what we're gonna say again now. You get me? So I would say it's disappointing that they drop points today, especially at Anfield.
Yeah.
But let's take it game by game. That's what I would say. Let's take it game by game.
So there's FA Cup on the weekend, and Arsenal will go away to Wolves at the Molineux, and Liverpool will travel to Craven Cottage to face Fulham. City will play Chelsea. Yeah? So City will have a game in hand. Can Arsenal get something out of that? This Gary O'Neill team, Wolverhampton,
that's a difficult game.
It will be a difficult game.
I'm gonna say this: if any of them drop points
again,
they're out. Because that's gonna be City have a game in hand, I don't know drop points. I would say that's it.
Fulham went to the London Stadium and got 2-0 and win
Fulham
over West Ham.
Really good.
That's another team that's unpredictable. You just don't know when they're going to turn up.
Yeah.
You get what I say? So Liverpool have all in their hands. The next weekend will be massive because City will not play in the English Premier League. And it's an opportunity to get on the board first, get points on the board. Someone can go back on top and put back City. Look at the few weeks now City played first and the two teams them crumble. You see what I mean?
That's our advantage when you play first.
When you play first, of course. Just like cricket, when you bat first, you're not under pressure.
Yeah.
So just by City played first and put the pressure upon everybody. I was looking at like City won. I was like, wow, what Arsenal going to do tomorrow? What Liverpool going to do tomorrow? Oh, Liverpool fans, Anfield, we don't lose Anfield from the season start. Only draw 0-0 Manchester United. Crystal Palace, they're not fighting. Crystal Palace now 5-0. Them safe. But guess what? Them put in the shift.
Yeah.
Bro, you see how Crystal Palace energy with the man them push out today? In the game, like the man them non-stop running. Bro, Eze, Olise, talented players. Talented players.
But maybe tell her last week's when City they beat them 4-2. But tell her say if they play any other team, they would have won that game. And they see they come back this week and get a result. So they've been playing good.
Yeah. So let's see what's going to happen next weekend when Liverpool go away to Fulham and Arsenal go away to the Molineux. Yeah, but Manchester City is 2 points above both teams. That game at the Etihad on Saturday. Luton Town is down there in the relegation. You just cannot turn up at Anfield, at Etihad, and concede in the first 2 minutes of the game. You just cannot let it happen. If you let the floodgate open in the first 5 minutes, that's it. That's it. But kudos though to Luton Town. Kudos for them. They actually came back in the second half and played some better football. Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't want this team to go down now. This team, to be honest, this is one of the only relegation teams that down there is playing some football like wonder is this a team that coming from the championship last season? Is this a team that, lower budget? Is this the Ross Barkley? Rob Edwards, the coach, is coming over from their rival, Watford, because Watford and Luton Town, they don't like each other. And it was a little bit of like, why we're going for our rival and a coach as coach, once was a coach of our rival. Yeah. And look what he's doing right now. But Luton Town made a big mistake. You just cannot go to City ground and concede so early. Yeah? But, oh my God, what really going on with Erling Haaland, man?
Yeah, been very poor.
Oh, my God.
He made so many one-on-one this season. And it's crazy. He's still
He missed the most big chances now. It was Nunes. No, he surpassed Nunes.
Yeah.
He have gone over 30.
I don't know. And being in City team, regardless if you miss whole heap of chances, you still have to score.
Yeah.
You still have to score a lot of goals. Like you can get probably like 5 chances a game. But just not the player player this season.
You saw the chance that Kevin De Bruyne opened up for him. That's that true pass, and then then he gave him that cross when he was on the back post and he missed. Kevin De Bruyne is the man that been creating opportunities for Erling Haaland. You remember that? I'm trying to remember that game where Kevin De Bruyne assisted him around 3 goals or 4 goals in that game.
Against Luton in the FA Cup.
It was against Luton Town?
Yeah, in the FA Cup.
Remember, so Kevin De Bruyne is the man that will always produce the goods for Erling Haaland. Foden not going to do it.
No.
You get what I'm saying? Other players, Grealish, not going to do it. Doku, these players have something different when they're on the pitch.
Yeah.
Grealish always want to stop the ball, stop the play. Doku, he's very direct. He's very quick. Foden, he just want to drive. He just want to glide past players. He just want to get on the score sheet. He just want to prove himself that he will be the next player to step up after KDB. But if Erling Haaland continue, I think that's it for him between him and Pep Guardiola, man. But I just have nothing else to say, man. But you just cannot depend on Kevin De Bruyne to give you goals. You have to create something. You have to come deep. Drop in the midfield. You have to pull defenders with you. You have to open channels for your wing players. Your midfielders can run off you. Run behind you, and then they can make one spin and try to get back the ball into the space. You have to do something. You just cannot be, bro. Erling Haaland is one of the easiest players to mark in world football.
I think Julian Alvarez suited the team way much better than Haaland. I think if Haaland end up leave and go with Real Madrid, Barcelona in the future, I think Alvarez would be the much more suitable player because him give me Aguero vibe. You know, in very
Even
much
when Sterling was playing as a false nine,
yeah, very much technical.
versatile.
You know, him come deep, him come everything we just
Yeah,
we just point out and
yeah.
you know. So I think even if City do lose Ireland a couple years from now, maybe next season, you know, whenever, I think Alvarez will do very much easier replacement for him.
Remember, the young Wonder kid is coming up next season, I think. Maybe the start of January, Echeverry, the young man from River Plate. Yeah? Slash number 10, false 9 type. I think Pep Guardiola get the best out of those players. I think,
Yeah.
just imagine if Kai Havertz is working with a Pep Guardiola. He would have probably be a much more super talent. But it just hard to coach. As a coach like Pep Guardiola, it's hard for him to get the best out of a player like Erling Haaland. Look, Erling Haaland is probably one of the best finishers we have ever seen.
You know why? He just
you get what I say? We're not criticizing that.
No, but he doesn't have a good first touch. Like he doesn't have a very good first touch.
And he don't have a link-up play. He don't really have a link-up play.
Yeah, he's just a pure finisher, basically. I think he would suit I would say Real Madrid counter-attacking football.
Fast, quick transition game.
Yeah. I think he would suit those type of football, to be honest.
But if you look at Pep Guardiola's trajectory, over the years, his 3 clubs: Barca, Bayern, and Man City. He don't really coach those players. What he have done with Ibrahimovic, he have sold him.
Yeah.
He just never really work out with those players. Lewandowski is a different type of player. Lewandowski is someone like a Harry Kane, someone that can play like a slash number 10, slash number 9.
Yeah.
Very technical, dropping in those in the midfield areas in the pocket, so the other players can run in and around. Remember, Pep Guardiola team is a team that you don't really stand up on the pitch. You always have to keep moving. And that's the best time they get the best out of Erling Haaland. In his first season, there's so many times that Erling Haaland is dropping. He come deep, he make a one touch, and then boom, turn, and then when you look, the ball is reaching. You see a lot of that gameplay. So where is that? No, where are those players? Kevin De Bruyne is just coming back off an injury. So
I don't think it's just Haaland's fault. I think it's the players as well. And let's be honest, Kevin De Bruyne have missed the early part of the season when he got that injured Burnley. You get me? So basically.
Yes. Going to move on, from that game. But I have something though. So in the game against Luton with Manchester City, the most touches in our opposition box since 2016, 2017, 105. 105 passes in the opposition box, bro. 37 shots more since 2016. And all those records are Manchester City record. Then just rebuild them on record. You get what I mean? So City is just a different animal. When they playing good, they playing excellent. They're unstoppable. And if you just look at the last 2 games, probably City is back. So they on top form. It's going to be even tough for them. Even that Real Madrid game, they did so well to keep coming back into that game.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that game at the Bernabeu. None of the two teams really dominate 90 minutes. City have this spell, Real Madrid have this spell. You understand? But it's going to show what Manchester City is made up of coming in the midweek against Real Madrid at home. Yeah? So we're going to look out for that game. But St. James Park, what the hell is going on? Big Ange is getting a lot of stick at the moment. He's not getting the stick about he's not a good coach, or he is not doing well this season. He's getting a lot of stick and a lot of criticism of keep repeating the same style. the same tactics, the same substitutions. What happened to Aston Villa when they went to St. James Park and play Highline?
He's very naive. Like he doesn't switch it up. You know,
Brighton beat them. Even Brighton beat them, I think, around 4-2. And he tried to play a Highline.
I don't know why he doesn't change it up. You know, sometimes you go away at especially place like St. James Park. You park the bus and you play on the break. You know what I'm saying? This high line and this open basketball, football, back and forth. Newcastle have the players to hurt you. They have Isaac, they have
Garden.
What's his name? Garden and what's the other one name of Leicester City?
Barnes.
Barnes. These are all pace, fast players.
Quick.
All Ramirez have to do is just put the ball over.
Put the ball up. That's all they did. That's all
and
they
you
just
would not.
them
And why you didn't change it? You would have never changed the tactics. He's a good coach. He have been doing good for Tottenham, but he's very naive. You know how I know him stubborn? From the time when Tottenham and Chelsea they play early part of the season. And Tottenham down like 9 players. And he's still. So I'm like, what is he trying to prove? Like, you know?
He's still. So in the game, Tottenham have 575 passes. Yeah? Newcastle have 189. What that tells us? 189 passes Newcastle have in the game. And Tottenham have 575.
Damn. That's a crazy
That's 1/4. That's around 1/4 of all the passes. Tottenham.
So Newcastle really never have the ball.
No.
I never really watched it.
They never really have the ball, bro. They never really have the ball. That's why I brought up that stat.
I never really watch a game, but me see there like the goal. But I just know say every time I say Tottenham get like when them get smashed, I just know say it's the exact
73% of the ball him have. You know, so man him have look, Tottenham have 190 passes in their own half. Newcastle have 59 passes in their own half. Newcastle have more passes in Tottenham half than their own half. So that shows that they try to play the ball more in the opposition half, yeah? And Tottenham have 308 passes in the opposition third, defensive third. You know how much pass Newcastle have in Tottenham half? 64.
And they score 4 goals?
And they score 4 goals.
That's crazy. That's a crazy stat.
The only thing that Newcastle have more than Spurs on the statistics sheet, they have 32 touches in the box than Spurs. You know, the Spurs have 27, Newcastle have 32.
So they really never really get in there.
They never really get in. They just have a lot of possession in the middle. You know, Bentancur, you know, Madison, they just have a lot of possession in the game. But they have in possession, but they play this ridiculous eye line. You know, what's his name? The Van de Beek. I said what's his name? The players coming from the Dutch league.
Van something.
Van de Ven.
Yeah. Van
de Ven and Romero is not the quickest. Every
so
time.
Basically, if you lose the ball, it's
bro. Udogie and Perron is playing like a right winger and a left winger. So as any time, what if Newcastle was going through some injury problem and you have a player like Miguel Almiron was playing? Miguel Almiron is one of the deadliest players in the transition in the Premier League. Very, very lethal. But between Villa and Spurs, Villa look like, they look more serious. You know, you see that they have a coach that very experienced, very, very experienced coach. He have done it at Villarreal, beating it in the Europa Cup. He have done it at Sevilla. You know, coach at PSG, the biggest of the players, coach at Arsenal. So he's not that naive of a coach. He used to was a naive coach that he just whatever Unai know, that's what I'm going to work with. But Unai is a coach that been around the blocks, you know, for the last he's the last 10 years. So he understand what his team need to do to get the job. It's like a knockout. You see, this is what I always tell people. I love coaches that know how to win knockout competition. You see, a coach that know how to win a knockout competition, get him in a 1.5 game and he can get the job done for you. Prime example, the special one, Jose Mourinho.
Yeah.
You understand? Jose Mourinho. So Unai is that coach where he can get your success in the longevity in the league and he can get the success in knockout competition. He have proven that with Sevilla and Villarreal. You understand? So this game he played at the Emirates. I wasn't being like on the outside looking at Aston Villa going to get smashed. You don't really see Villa team get smashed. They're hard to beat and they're going to be hard running. So I think he needs to, you know, look into himself. But I mean, his first season coming down from Scotland, from a Celtic, you know, he's going to have to change up that. Remember Pep Guardiola came in the league and he gets smashed in the first season. He was trying to play these little cute, this, that. It's not going to work. You have to switch it up. You have to change it up. And if he's going to challenge Aston Villa for the top 4, he's going to make some adjustment moving forward. You know, but kudos to Big Ange in surprise everybody. In very dark of what he wants from the team. You're going to see exactly what he wants from the team. Understand? You know, so he's a good coach, man. He's a very good coach, but he just need to be a little bit more productive in his gameplay and you know, probably try to get the best a little bit more out of. I would love to see Son and Timo run a switch formation a little bit more. Just a little bit of flexibility, you know, between Brennan, Son, and Werner. Both our 3 players can play in the wing and in the striker role. You understand? Yeah. So I would love to see, you know, with that eye line, with that versatility up front, with that PS, the energy, with the creativity behind it, with Madison, Bentancur, and you know, Bissouma, players that can play that 2 pass at any given time, especially Madison. Probably just switch it up a little bit. Don't let Werner just stick out there on the wing or come in. Just switch it up a little bit. You know, pull away defenders. Play with a false 9. So I think he's going to get better. You know, I see this Tottenham team. If they continue and he get the back in, because I still feel like he do need another centre half. You know, because he's going to play in Europe next season. Maybe who knows if 5 teams going to go on to.
They did sign a centre back from
the Romanian. The Romanian, but
I haven't really seen too much of him.
Yeah, but you're still going to need someone else, especially when you're playing in Europe.
Yeah.
Aston Villa have Minks, Konsa, Carlos, Pau Torres, and did I miss anyone? I think that's it. I think they have around 5 or 4. You know, so and those players are quality players for Aston Villa type. You know, so I think Tottenham squad is very thin, you know. Tottenham squad is very thin. But I know you answer my questions, you know. Who you really want, you know? A Villa. Who you think, not really you want, but who you think like is a favorite at this moment? You know, it's swing.
Every week it's swing.
It have been swinging.
Yeah, but I think Aston Villa, with the result they got today, they have the upper hand, and you know, they should finish the season off very strong. Let's look at the fixtures. Who they have? They have the Europa League still. They have Bournemouth. They have Chelsea. That's a very difficult game. Brighton not being convincingly. Liverpool, that's gonna be a very hard game, very good game for both teams. Depends on how the title race go, and then they have Crystal Palace. I think Aston Villa should be the favourites now, going away at the Emirates and get that result. Plus, on top of Tottenham, confidence gonna be down a little bit after getting smashed by Newcastle. So I think Aston Villa should make it.
You know what happened next game? The North London. their next sets of fixtures is London Derby against Arsenal, and then they go to Stamford Bridge, and then they will play away to Anfield.
Yeah, the very difficult game.
You understand? So it's in Aston Villa, and right now they have the upper hand. 3 points, they have the upper hand. Guarantee you, one of those games, Spurs is going to lose one of those games.
Yeah, they will drop points for sure.
You know which game Spurs might win? They might beat Liverpool at Anfield because of the way they play.
You think so?
Yeah. If you look at the teams that giving Liverpool problems, it's a team that really going toe to toe with them. I understand sometimes team that United they play a little bit deep, low block, especially at the game that they played last year. They drew 0-0 at Anfield. So many chances for Liverpool in that game. But the teams, if you really look at even the teams that giving Spurs problem, it's the teams that have 3 high-intensity players that play in the front line. A Isak, a Garden, a Barnes. Look at when Brighton smashed them. West Ham, look at when those teams beat them. Yeah. Those teams have players that have very quick players on the wing. Quick players in through the middle, very direct. So I just feel like that Arsenal game though going to be a lot of emotional in that game though. A lot of emotion because look, especially Tottenham going to look at it like Arsenal is challenging for the title. Aston Villa is ahead of them. So if they can't get the Champions League, they're going to try to stop Arsenal from not getting the title.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a very big game. Big game. That's going to be one of the most talked about game in London, that Arsenal, because of so many different reasons. Both teams are fighting for something. You don't really see these two teams going in an head-to-head game. One is fighting for the title. One is fighting for Champions League. You don't really see that after at the moment. You see that Arsenal is baffling. You see that Tottenham is baffling.
Yeah.
So going to move on. We can pass United. Yo,
United. Jesus. Every week you don't get worse and worse, eh?
Yo, United is 17 in the table when it comes down to how much teams run.
The players
17 in the league.
Up on the beach. Man them up on the beach, dog. Man them give up.
Why? Me have to call it almighty truth, bro. Me don't even know. It's like, you see, nowadays, I listen to everybody that talk about United poop.
Yeah.
And it get to a point where everybody just repeating themselves.
Jim, come here.
That's just United at this moment. You repeat. But at least, bro, look at Crystal Palace at Anfield.
Yeah.
At least, bro. The minimum. What coach used to tell us, the minimum is to run. Just run. I was, even tell Tika this at time. Tika now, I play UPSL. I said, bro, as a midfielder, if you don't run, you're going to get picked on. You're going to get pointed out. And I was showing that, like, bro, me as a midfielder, the reason why people said I really have a bad game, bro, it's not that I'm perfect, but you have to just do the bare minimum. You have to put in that extra mile. You have to put in that extra mile.
Yeah.
And you could see that in the game, Garnacho is like him can't even run. Him burn out, bro. Just look at it. No, but Garnacho is a player that Garnacho and Bruno Fernandes is Manchester United two most player that cover the most kilometers in the Premier League.
Yeah, but you blame the players there. You don't think Ten Hag doesn't rotate the squad?
Oh, me never reach him as it. Me never reach him as it, bro. Because in the on the touchline, I'm watching the same thing over. Him not changing anything.
I think he want to sack himself.
I feel sorry for that French center of Kambala. I feel so sorry for him. He's going to get dragged down in the mix. Menu, if they don't protect that asset, he's going to get dragged down in the mix because of United poor runner farm. The players and I don't know what is the issue. I don't know what is the issue, but the coach has to get blamed because he's speaking the same players over. And he keep talking about injured. Bro, everybody have injury problem in a Premier League this season. But guess what? You see the bare minimum. Even a David Moyes team, West Ham, they look at the stick that they got of playing a poor, abysmal game at the Bayer Arena on Thursday against Liverpool. But guess what? David Moyes' team run all game. And that's what I'm saying. If United team can put the commitment just to come out as though they play Liverpool in that second half in the FA Cup, that commitment.
Yeah.
Take every game from now on as a cup game that you need to win.
Yeah.
Don't just get motivated because it's a rival. You don't want him to win. No. You have to come out week after week after week. But again, Ireland, all these players are get dragging down. But I just don't feel like this squad is really good enough. Onana, 8 clean sheet. But United have suffered over 500 shots to the goal, brother. Over 500 shots towards the goal, bro, from the season start.
Is that a record?
Of course, that's a record for United. The most we ever lost in our Premier League season is 13 games. We're gone 12. We're almost cut. Just because a little individual brilliance. You see, what I'm asking, you see a little difference in Bruno in terms of trying to get the job done in the last couple of games?
No, I think Bruno is just playing for himself at this moment. I think Bruno is just playing for himself at this moment, but I don't know, man. This team is just indisciplined. Ten Hag, I think Ten Hag is the main problem. Playing this, as you said, Rashford should not be on the field. Casemiro should not be on the field.
The man them show you a diagram where I think, I don't know if at the Clivert goal, I think at the Clivert goal that he scored. When the ball was in the midfield, Menu and Casemiro was 20 yards away from the goal.
Yeah.
No, 20 yards away from the ball. Right? Oyland was the closest to the ball. And the two players, Casemiro and Menu, was like 7 yards apart from each other.
Yeah.
Yes, so when the ball got towards the wing, I don't remember which Bournemouth player, but they picked up the ball right in between Diego Dalot and Kambala. Right?
Yeah.
And you know when the man them start to run? When them get in at the box. It's
the discipline of the team just don't have no discipline. They don't respect the manager. They don't care about the badge. You know, they're on the beach.
All right. Look at this. Put a Pep Guardiola or a Jurgen Klopp in United at seat right now. You think they will do any worse with this team? You don't think them? You don't actually see a little blueprint of what they want.
No.
You don't actually see a blueprint. It wouldn't get any much better, but if you put probably a Pep Guardiola, you would probably see something different.
I think the difference what a Pep or a club would have do, Rashford would have been bench. The players that is out of form and just not putting the effort would have been bench. You'd have probably see more of Ahmad coming out. Ahmad would have probably get more game. You know, Casemiro would be not be stuff. You know, I think a brave coach would have take out those players is not performing. That's what I think. I think Tenga is a coward. You know?
United is down there right now. Newcastle the right hand same point with us.
I will ask you this. I forgot to ask you this. This rumor saying that Southgate coming in. What do you think about that?
What?
Southgate.
What? That must be South what?
Southgate.
No, brother. No, brother. No, brother. I say it can't happen, but...
Question. Would you stick with Tegak instead of brother Southgate?
Yeah.
You stick with Tegak?
Yeah, I stick with Tenag.
I say, why did you talk?
Yeah, man. Bro, Southgate. No. You know Southgate last job was?
Middlesbrough.
Oh, that was his last job. And he got relegated.
you don't think with the English core players, you don't think he could come in, you know, because he's very good with the English core players, and you know, I mean, he's not the best
United
coach.
name 3 Lions, brother. United name 3. You're mad. Yes, what happened to the last few coaches that try to use English players? Dean Smith and Stevie Gerrard. What happened? Frank Lampard. The last few managers that try to use English players. What really happened?
But that's the rumors coming out. Say Graham Potter and Southgate is the candidate to come in, and you know, these are the players that Ineos, Jim Radcliffe want to come in. These are the coach.
I have one. So the big six, the teams that conceded, 20 plus shots and conceded 20 plus shots a game. United have 14, Chelsea have 3, Liverpool have 2, Tottenham 2, City 1, Arsenal none. So those teams have conceded 20 plus shots a game. 14, brother.
It's awful. I think the midfield is non-existent. There's no control.
It's so easy to play against United. It's so easy. But look, Solanke, where you see him next season? Because obviously this player just cannot stay around anymore. You take Solanke? You take him back?
It's a similarity with the Jackson, no.
Where are you seeing?
I think it's Tottenham.
West
They
Ham.
don't have a striker. I think it should stay away. I don't know. Maybe Tottenham could be a step up because he already went to Liverpool, and then he take a step down. Maybe Tottenham. I think Tottenham could be a very good step for him. They need a striker. I don't think Andre is very convincing on Richarlison.
How highly rate Wolves team? You see them can push on next season and finish in the top half of the table.
Wolves.
I think he can fit that system that Gary O'Neill want to play. Free flowing,
Yeah, but I
versatility.
think leaving Bournemouth to go to Wolves, and don't forget, Bournemouth new coach,
And then
which
you early.
is I like a good coach. I feel like that's a sidestep. I think that's a sidestep. I think Bournemouth they with the type of football they're playing, you know. So, but I think there will be suitors coming on for him though. That's for sure. Though. I think he's one to watch.
So Bournemouth coach, me used to watch him at NYFC. And then
Yeah.
Yeah, man. He used to play for NYFC, man.
Yeah,
man.
Say. Somebody there. I say, yo,
me used to watch him at New York FC, man.
Some see my talk to Bruno after the game, and the camera go up to him very close. I say that brother looks so familiar.
Yeah, man. Me used to watch him at NYFC, man. Hey, man. The same man that you used to play for NYFC was just coming at him. Yeah, man. I him see one, man. Of that prolific coaching season, before he came over at Real Vallecano, saving them, giving them the highest finish ever in La Liga. Real Vallecano is a team that they don't have no budget. They just look out for the best loanees and the best free agent players. They don't have a budget. Yeah, man. So he's a really good coach, man. But at the same and Danny Earl, man, defender. Yeah, defender. But relegation talk, because this is swinging. Why these smaller teams keep getting points deduction? What? Like, I don't get it. Is it that they don't have the big liars like Manchester City? They don't have the big money. They're not the prestige team in the league. People just see them as some little squatters in the league, like. But looking at it, Luton Town is 18, 5 points above Burnley. That Burnley game. Did you saw that goal that Norwich gave away?
Yeah.
Like, what's his name? Brownhill got them in head, but you could say is a ball that another goalkeeper error.
That's an error.
That's an error. And he got that one. And then, oh my God, man, at least, what the hell is he doing, man?
You know what's crazy? Last week, we played in Chelsea. And they were like 10 playing with a player send-off.
Yeah.
And he was playing like Buffon, like Noah. Like, we could not score on this guy. I didn't know I see him do that. I said, what? Burnley, they just cannot get a break.
Can't get a break, brother.
It's either a red card or they shoot themselves in the foot. They just cannot get a break.
But Nottingham Forest, though, they should have easily get that one out of the bag at home. They drew 2-2 with Wolves. That game. But you have some players that down there, like, players like Dominic Solanke, that, Bournemouth was down there, Gibbs White, Elanga. These players can move on to a higher, teams up in the Premier League table.
Yeah.
Especially, as those players, Gibbs White is one. I would say, a player like Gibbs White, he probably can beat him. He probably, James Madison was at Norwich. Very underrated.
Yeah.
I think he need to probably take that step up. He need to take that step up, Play a team like, Tottenham, team like Aston. He would fit perfectly well in that Aston Villa system. He would fit perfectly well. You saw a player named Rogers that's playing for Aston Villa?
Yeah, where he come from?
He's an Englishman, you don't know Jamaican descent. But same thing, it gives White. But I think he will fit that system perfectly well. Gives White, that Villa system, with the energy. He's very fit. He hardly injured. He will fit right in with John Maggin, Yuri Tilleman, Diego, what's his name? Luis.
Tillesman.
Luis.
Douglas
fit right in that.
Lewis.
Yeah, you will fit right in that. But sir, and that's it for the Premier League. We just got do a little quick next 15 minutes over the other section. Yeah, people. So we're gonna jump over to the other side of Europe. We're gonna talk a little bit about the Serie A, La Liga, and the Bundesliga. But as we started out this the podcast, Bayer Leverkusen, man, like it's so refreshing in Germany, to see a team have done it in a style like they just knocked off Bayern Munich off the perch, like what 11 straight title,
Yeah.
Like shim. They knocked off them off, win the Bundesliga for 11th year in a row. In the league, 29 games played. Having lose a game as yet. 74 goals scored in the league. 19 goals conceded least in the Bundesliga. Yeah, I have never seen Bayern Munich have conceded over 30 goals in the Bundesliga. I have never seen it already. I have never seen that. So you just know that Bayern Munich team still a great team, but the greatest of the greatest sometimes have to fall, and sometimes if you don't fall, you just can't understand where you're at the moment. I think this was long overdue for Bayern. Bayern Munich is going through some administration stuff. People that up in the executive position, they have been going through some crisis over the last 5 years. But because it's the German Bundesliga, it's Bayern Munich have these quality players, to put out every match week in the Bundesliga. They just put the band-aid over the cut and just, be able to stop the wound from bleed, So, but here comes a team. Here comes one of their former players, one of their legend, Xabi Alonso, came in the league, from Real Sociedad under 19 team, yeah? Coming from Real Sociedad under 19 team to come and do this job for Leverkusen. Remember when he picked up this job at Leverkusen? Leverkusen was like a few points last season away from relegation, yeah? And he pushed them all the way up to the Europa League. That is some job to do. And a lot of people, were blinded from that because they were like, oh yeah, it's a new manager, Bones, what he's going to do next season. He continued to show. They haven't lost a game since May.
Yeah.
The man then got unbeaten in a friendly in the preseason tournament, where they play. The man then lose a game in a preseason, brother.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm gonna say. Bayern Munich have conceded 36 goals already. I have never seen that. Bayern Munich average probably conceded goals throughout the last 11 times they won the league. It's probably an average around 15, 20 goals. I have never seen Bayern concede so much goals before, yeah? And the man scores 74. Bayern is the only team to score more goals than Leverkusen. They scored, 82 goals. That's 8 more than their rival, yeah? But Leverkusen have conceded less goals. But one thing though, Leverkusen have shown, throughout this Bundesliga season, they are a bit more committed to what they want. They are a bit more consistently after getting the job done. They just never stop running, and young players just give them the freedom. Xavi Alonso never set a target on the wing backs. Like he never barred them off. Like you can't go there. He just let them express themselves. Yeah. Let's just let them express themselves on the pitch. And he brought in a few pieces that will bring in the experience. Yeah, play like Hoffman, Granit Xhaka, wonderful goal today. Wonderful goal from Granit Xhaka. Who would expect Granit Xhaka would be having this season right now? If Granit Xhaka, as he did won the Bundesliga, he will be smiling if Arsenal don't win the league. He will be having a laugh at the London team, But Dortmund is still at 5th. Yeah, Dortmund is still at 5th. 56 with Leverkusen as, Dortmund got the job done against Borussia Mönchengladbach, with 10 men. But Bayern Munich, Paul, what's next after Thomas Tuchel? What is that they need to move on from these players or just fix what is broken from the upper end, from Oliver Kahn, come straight down to the players?
I think they need to fix the midfield. I think the midfield need a rebuild.
Yeah, revamp. Need a revamp.
Yeah, I think the midfield need to rebuild. Goretzka, I think Kimmich, who else?
They brought in Lima, and Lima been playing at right back.
Yeah, not really convinced.
They have a young player named Pavlic and Goretzka is,
Yeah.
Musiala sometimes. But Musiala is one of the brightest spots. But if they continue like this, he's just not going to stay. He's not going to stay.
Nah. I will say I think it's just a one-off season.
You think so?
I don't think it's a one-off.
This is something that overdue, because Bayern have been having administration problems over the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Because their team is so poor, they just get the job done at all time. But now other teams are catching up. Teams in the Bundesliga is getting bigger budget.
Yeah.
You understand? And if you look at even Stuttgart, Leipzig have pushed them over the years.
Yeah.
So it's long overdue. So Xabi Alonso have showed them up. Sometimes, as I said, when you're gone, you have to fall sometimes to understand where you are in life. Sometimes if you don't.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you don't fall. Continue.
Now I was gonna say, I think the main thing that Bayern Munich need to get this right this summer is to get the right coaching. They need to get the right person in. That's the main thing. Because sometimes me and you can look point and say, yo, these players are finished.
Yeah.
Goretzka, Kimmich, them man already. And then another coach come in and rejuvenate them. So right now, after top, I don't know who they're gonna hire.
Yeah. It's sad, man. But
there's nobody.
Dortmund coach Terzic?
Nah.
What's happening to German football?
I'm not convinced about De Zerbi.
De Zerbi?
No, I'm not convinced.
No, I said Dortmund coach Terzic. Edwin Terzic.
No, I don't think they would have gone for him. Terzic is a Dortmund.
He's a Dortmund so they will never go for him.
I was looking at. He's doing a very good job at Stuttgart.
I know that coach.
Yeah, I was looking at the coach at Stuttgart. He's doing a very good job there. What's his name? His name is.
Remember, I told you about
Sebastian Hoeneß. He's doing a very good job at there.
Remember, we have this conversation already, and I said Bayern is a team that will go for their own.
Yeah.
Right now, the coach that been playing really good, coaching the team right now, D. Michaelis for River Plate, through Bayern. Like, look at Leverkusen did. Xabi Alonso coaching Real Sociedad reserve team, and they took that risk. They took that moment.
But this is Bayern. Bayern bring themselves like a Real Madrid. They want the best of the best. Not the. But Di
Michaelis is the best coach at this moment in Argentina.
That's Argentina, though.
I mean, he used to play for the club. Pizarro is a coach at this moment.
No, I don't.
But this is where German football is at the moment. This is where German football is at the moment. Not many big coaches out there. Not many. It's like I don't know what's going on with Germany. Or they probably just can go for someone in the reserve. Yeah. So, old man, I bless up. Prep and family people support a PHA if we don't want to cook. So, real good cooking.
Chef, the big chef.
Yeah, man.
The big Pep and Davy, big chef. Don't know people. Support it, you know? Pep
Yeah,
and
man, no, old man. But but look, the La Liga,
yeah.
Barcelona, Barcelona won, they made 8 changes, but Barcelona has found, like, they found themselves a new center half. That's one thing you have to really credit Xavi for. Now. He's bringing through these young players,
You think Xavi will change his mind?
You think that? Look,
What
you remember when
What on? Barcelona need a coach, so. Figure out about that too.
Yo, you remember when Xavi announced that he's leaving?
Yeah.
They got 5-3 against Villarreal at the Olympic Stadium in Barcelona. You know Xavi lose the next game after that? Xavi lose the next game after announced. Is that he's coming under a lot of pressure before that announcement, and now he's know that in his mind he's leaving. Is that less pressure? Is that like pressure coming from Laporte, the board, the fans?
Yeah.
What is it that Xavi just want to just give up? A club legend, a man that dedicated his whole life, his whole professional at this club. Why would you want to continue? But I mean, I have read something that he said he just cannot be dealing with the lot of I don't want to use the C word, but a lot of misunderstanding, things just not happening right with the board and things like that. But why would that, like, I just don't find it why Xavi Hernandez want to just leave a club that he loves so much.
It's a pressure.
This is the job. This is the job that all coaches want. The Barcelona job. And anywhere he's going at this moment, different from the Spanish team, it's a step down for me. Sorry.
We don't know what's going on behind the scene, and but maybe you just want to step away. Do you think he's that? Do you think he's that good? Let's be real. Do you think he's that good?
He's good in terms of getting the young players through and getting the La Masia of, the La Masia was dead.
Question.
Like, nobody never did that come through.
Would you take him at United?
Yes, I would take Xavi.
You take him?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would give him that opportunity. Why? Tactically, you could see some things that, he's trying to do, but because he don't have the Xavi, his players then. Not all. Yeah. And his midfield is so, like, look at like Xavi. He's a coach of ex-player used to play in the midfield. Knowing that that's where most of his knowledge is coming from, the midfield. Yeah. That's where he'd love to let his team be a little bit more stronger, a little bit more dynamic in the midfield. And look at the midfield. Who they went for to replace Busquets? Sergio Romero. A player that Chelsea offload. A player that was done, who was playing for Real Sociedad.
Southampton.
He was at Southampton.
Southampton, and then he was playing for
one of those La Liga teams. One of those teams. Yeah. Look who the club went for to replace Busquets. Romero. That's not good enough. So I just feel like, and the defense line, Christiansen, Xabi Alonso, that's his name. What's his name? The left back. Is that player Chelsea? Alonso.
Oh, Marcos Alonso.
Marcos Alonso.
Yeah.
Look at Barcelona at the start of the season don't have a right back. You understand? So I just feel like the team is just all over the place. I think Xavi Alonso is a great person. I think he's a coach that have a big potential ahead of him, can get the job done. But he should have known what's really going on already at Barcelona. He's a true and true. He know exactly what's going on. Why would he leave? Because remember, he leave United Arab Emirates to come to Barcelona. That's a step up. And he know that anywhere he's going outside of Barcelona and a Spanish coaching job again is a step down. And he sees himself back at Barcelona in the future after probably go somewhere else and come back. You don't know. The Man City job will be vacant for the next probably a few years from now. You just don't know what type of coach he's going to be in the future. But I just think Xavi is a good coach that have the potential is right there. Just look at how Barcelona played.
Yeah.
He can do something, but it's just that I just think this whole squad is just crap like United. I just think Barca and United is in the same in the same bracket, is in the same shadow, but there's a difference. There's a difference. United don't have an ambition. Barcelona have ambition. You know,
I think they have to be, as I said, I still think there's gotta be something going behind the scene. Maybe just
definitely.
Maybe take a little step away from the game and come back and go from there. But as I said, he won the league in his first season, right?
Yeah, exactly. And he won I think he won the Copa del Rey beating Atletico. He beat I think he won the Copa del Rey also, the King Cup.
Yeah.
I think
he beat Real Madrid. Was it Real Madrid they beat in the final? I think it was Real Madrid.
They won the King Cup. They I don't remember. I think he won something. No, he came second in the Super Cup. Real Madrid beat them in the Super Cup this season, but last season he won the Super Cup. Last season he won the Super Cup. That's what he won last season. He won the Super Cup. Yeah, he won the Super Cup. But Barcelona and Paris Saint-Germain, like, what do you think about that game? That's a big result, for Barcelona at Tottenham.
Very good champions, very good week for the Champions League games. Barcelona was they was doing really good, and PSG, I feel like the two team was very much pretty on the same level. But quality wise, I just think Real Madrid, Barcelona has come out on top, and you can see that pass from Pedri. Maybe
as him come on,
and Rafinha start to find his feet a little bit.
Because Rafinha is making the runs that Xavi wants his wing players them to be making, the inverted runs. Remember
Xavi used to play, used to make that pass all the time.
That's what I'm saying. So it goes back to what I was saying. He don't have the right caliber players and that he really want.
Yeah.
But they can get the job done at the Olympic Stadium in Spain.
I think if they can keep Mbappe quiet, they can get it done.
Why Mbappe don't go more direct to Joao Cancelo? Joao Cancelo cannot defend. And he just won't just go at him direct pace. He just always want to stop the ball. And the moment he stop the ball, he bring a lot of Barcelona players among to close the gaps. But I think Mbappe mine is somewhere else.
Yeah, I think he checked out.
I think he's checking out.
Yeah, I think he's checked out.
But Real Madrid, Tuchel make up his mistake that he made in that Man City game. He kicked down Grealish. I think it was Grealish, and they got that free kick. He came back and he scored a wonderful goal, even though it was deflected against Mallorca, to win 1-0, and put them up 8 points. Yeah, the next time, these team touch a pitch, it will be the El Clasico at the Santiago Bernabeu. Yeah, and Sunday, April the 21st, 3 p.m. Eastern time. 8 points gap. Barcelona go to the Camp Nou, the Bernabeu, and get something. 5 points.
I know the Barcelona going there and getting the
Xavi.
I think Real Madrid have Barcelona ticket this past couple. Yeah, I think they have their ticket. With this high line and Vinicius and Rodrigo, you just look at the last Cup final in the
Yeah,
Kings Cup.
yeah.
Yeah, I think unless Xavi learned his lesson.
Remember he beat Real Madrid in the Bernabeu. I think it was in the Bernabeu.
When?
I think
Not
no,
this season.
no, not this season. This his first
Okay.
season. He beat Real Madrid in his
Yeah.
first season at Camp Nou. But you see any get back? You see any get back for Barca
And,
if they get this thing down to 5 points?
no, I still think even if Barca do get a result, I still
Because
think
Real
Real
Madrid
Madrid.
still have to go to Real Sociedad, Villarreal, you know. But
Yeah,
that's it. But
I
this Real
think
Madrid
it's
team is too big. It's too strong.
yeah, I
Too
think
strong.
it's too strong.
Luka Modric. Luka Modric been one of the biggest rotation in the squad. Every time when they play a Champions League game and they played go on to play on the weekend in La Liga, Luka Modric start. What's happening? Is it time up for the little Croatian, the magician? Is it time now for him? Because clearly he's not getting the games that he wanted.
Um, I know. He's coming out complaining. I've never heard him
He
complain.
he's not complaining to the public, but it's inside of
I
the.
mean, you have to be realistic. Like this is the ending part of your career, and I remember Saudi Arabia didn't want him, and he turned that down. So, I mean, every time when he's do coming out, he's coming off a cruise.
Yeah.
They kind of shift it.
Cruz bench
Yeah.
game against Mallorca, he coming.
So
You don't think he have more to offer? Like I look like he can just produce that magic. You don't think he have that same way?
maybe not slow league, Italian league, maybe.
Inter Milan? No, cannot go into this Inter Milan team.
uh,
Inter Milan team
maybe a Roma.
yeah, a Daniel De Rossi team.
So I mean, you can't really complain too
I don't see
much.
Luke as a player that will go to like Saudi and them league. I think he have more passion for the game to play at the highest level.
But remember, Real Madrid is the one who's asked him to stay.
Yeah, they
Not
asked him.
asked to stay. So they asked him to stay. But let's see what's gonna happen next season.
Because he played 26 games and only started, half of those games.
Yeah, I think Chumini, Valverde,
Camavinga, Valverde.
Yes.
I mean, it's a young boy's time now. Tony Cruz came out of retirement. He's going to play in the Euros. Luka will be in the Euros also. So let's see. Last one for the day, people. The last one. Luis Alberto, former Liverpool player, is calling it quits on the Italian club in Rome, the Alba Celeste. That's what they call him over there. He calling his quits. He want his contract to be ripped up and put in the garbage. He signed a new deal last October. His contract expires in 2027. He has been at Rome, Lazio, for the last 8 seasons after getting a loan deal to La Liga, I think for Real Vallecano in Spain from Liverpool. From then he's in the Rome capital. Luis Alberto, how much you know about him? Like he's becoming that Mr. Lazio for the last 5 years now. Really good player. Really good player. I have his over 300 games, scored over 50 goals, midfielder. He's getting 4 million euros per season. Yeah. Lazio president came out and said something. I have that. So Lazio president, the Biancolesti president said he probably want to leave for free, but no. He has 4-year contract. He is a registered player. Let him find a club that want him. He asked for a renewal last summer. So last summer he asked for a renewal and he missed training camp for the summer and he got that renewal in October.
Yeah.
So so he said that the contract was signed Clearly, he asked for more. He didn't show up for training camp, as you will all remember, and how he came out with this suddenly and without saying anything to us. If he wants to leave, he has to find the team that can buy him. We are a company listed on the stock exchange. These are things that cause PR and economic damage. He's completely correct about that. Yeah, he's an asset. 4 million per
So,
year.
so he
Huh?
signed a contract last year, and then what's the problem?
The fans, because of defeat against Roma, they started picking him.
Or say you want to leave?
So and they taunting him around Rome. You know that the Rome derby is what is the biggest. It's to me the Rome derby. Milan derby might be more prestige in terms of quality players and show, but the Rome derby for me, historic. It's the biggest derby for me in Italian football. Because whenever one of those teams lose, it cut the opponent. Like it stay with them until they play it again somewhere else in the Coppa Italia or the Serie A or in Europe until they can get a revenge. Yeah. So letting him go on free transfer from a listed company means him provisioning the assets, and I'm not crazy. The shareholders will kill me, and they would be right.
Luis Alberto, I remember when Liverpool just signed him. He never worked out. Then
Never worked out.
but he went to Lazio. I've been there almost their star man. The top man. I think by watching him, I can see somebody come for him in the summer.
Who's going to pay? Who's going to pay him at 31 years with 4 million a year? He's the second highest paid player on Lazio team behind
4 million. That's not
4 million is a lot of money in Italian league. That's a joke in England, but in Italy it's a lot of money for them.
I still he's quality player. I think I see a team can come for him. I see somebody coming for him.
He's going to have to take a pay cut though. But if he want to rip up his 4 year is 4 million euros per season, that means he's willing to take a pay cut. He's ready to walk. But Lazio haven't themselves really even playing well this season. But Roma, Daniel De Rossi, that game against Udinese and Roma was 1-1 right up to the 80th minute. The game called off. No one know what happened.
No, someone collapsed.
Someone collapsed. But before I come on here, I was looking at them and said no one was bringing out anything. No one was knowing that the issue. So someone collapsed.
I got a notification from ESPN saying that somebody, I forgot the name, somebody collapsed on the field. One of the players collapsed on the field. So I'm not sure what happened.
Daniel De Rossi have only lost one game in the league, and that was against Inter Milan, I think. He came in just around when Jose Mourinho lost that game against Milan, and then the interim coach came in and coached him in that game against Feyenoord, and then is it Feyenoord? No, he came in and coached him against Hellas Verona, and then De Rossi came in and started to coach the team against Salernitana. He won 2-1 away, and from there he have only lost to Inter Milan. De Rossi is on an interim contract at Roma at this moment. Yeah, you think he will get the job?
I think he will get the job. Club legend. Came in from Mourinho, changed it around.
The ship.
Yeah. So, but sometimes when a coach come in, I mean, you can look at Xavi and Lanza as an example. You can go both ways.
Yeah.
Coach get the job. And me and the coach now. So what me gonna do? I have to bring in my own players in. So I mean, I would love for him to get the job because any other coach I'm gonna go out and get, it's gonna cost them more money.
Yeah.
You get me what I'm saying? So, you know, you might
And
as well give it to
Roma have the highest salary in the league.
Yeah.
You know, they pay out big bucks. They spent money with Jose Mourinho. You know, they beat AC Milan on Thursday. Shocking defeat for the Rossoneri's in San Siro. Now the return leg is in the Stadio Olimpico. That will be a big game. AC Milan came back today to draw with Sassuolo away. You know, let's see what's going to happen because Stefan Pioli, you know, poor Champions League. In that, I mean, arguably was in group of death with Paris Saint-Germain, Dortmund, and Newcastle. But Roma, they need this. They need this. Yeah, they need it. And this is why Lazio fans is having a stick at Luis Alberto because he's the main man. Lazio is 8. Is 6 points behind Roma. At the moment, Roma have a game in hand. And they see Roma is going for yet another prestige European trophy.
Yeah.
Remember, Jose Mourinho won the conference, and the reason why Lazio players and the fans didn't go crazy because at the time they returned to Champions League football. They finished, I think, second or third. So it wasn't really a big thing. But now they're outside of European spots. Any win from here is a semi-final for Roma. And who's in the Europa League at this moment?
I think
Xabi Alonso. I'm trying to see the bracket that he's in. You know, he's over there with, if they win, anybody win that game, play Xabi Alonso them, the Milan.
Yeah, really? That's gonna be a very good game.
The Benfica is playing some really good football. You know, Angel Di Maria, you know, was watching him that Marseille game, but don't be surprised. Liverpool make the comeback.
Not happening. That's not happening. No, in Italy, no, sir. Not happening.
You know that coach is a really good coach, Gasparini.
Yeah, very underrated.
Very good coach. Very underrated coach. Italy have some really good coach. Gasparini is a very good coach. You see, the thing, Italian clubs don't have the best results in knockout stages in England, but when you have a manager like Gasparini that is level-headed, someone that's calm, know what he wants, you know, especially a team like Atalanta, like, they're very precise on what they do. They don't really press high. They don't really drop low block, but they know how to get the job done. The 3-4-3, you know, 3-5-2, Pasalic, a former player, a Chelsea player, right? Former, you know, Chelsea player. But I think what they have done, they time the opportunities and how they go forward in that game against Liverpool. And they took their moments. They took their moments, you know. But yeah, I don't know if you have anything else to say, but you know, come to an end of the podcast at this moment. Yeah. So we're looking forward to see Chelsea play tomorrow. Chelsea like to play the Monday Night Football. You know what happened? What's happening tomorrow?
I expect a convincing win. You know.
What happened the last time, Abridge?
anything else than a result tomorrow, a positive result tomorrow, is a boss.
Remember, Sims, the player that at Coventry, got that 89-minute goal winner. The last time out, came off the bench.
Oh yeah, Stamford Bridge.
Yeah, remember that game? Felix was playing. Felix was playing in that game too for Chelsea.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I think Chelsea should.
Dog fight tomorrow, you know.
You think so?
Yeah, man. Remember, I said the man them got St. James Park and get a point, and the man them beat up Burnley around them yard.
Well, Everton get point. They don't think again. Do they have another life in them again?
So the last 2 games they get 4 points. You think them belly full? Belly full, but they're not hungry. But yeah, man, nice little podcast to the people. Best of myself. Thanks for passing through, man. We do it again next week. We will be doing this again next week. Yeah. Really enjoy the show week after week after week after week. I think I'm enjoying this show more than the before this podcast has started. I think doing 2 live during the hell out time. During the hell out time, bro. Like, during the hell out time, man. Yeah, man. But yeah, man, people. Thanks for tuning in, man. Me, Nick, and your man over there, Daniel. Yeah. Remember, we over both platform. They call it Media House and Daniel Football Show. Yeah, that's his channel. So remember, if you're new to him, just go over there and give him a subscribe. Also remember, keep supporting the videos. Keep consuming the video. Yeah, we're doing our best every week by week, trying to make the product much better. Yeah. So hope you guys enjoy the ride. This is something is here to stay. The Nick and Dan podcast. Yeah. We're working on evolution to move forward. Yeah. Try to get it out there more and more. But sometimes things take time to process to get things over the hurdle. Yes, so respect the people always tune in to the podcast. I said this is the second time. This is what episode 2.
This is second time? No, third time.
Third time? Oh, this is
third.
This is third time.
Yeah, third time. Third
so,
episode.
Yeah, so this is episode 3. We're going to start the episode, the video them. Yeah, I think we're going to start the episode them. So this is episode 3. Yeah. Your last word before we close out.
Bless up with yourself and the people, very much appreciate the checking in, every Sunday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. I don't know. Is that like 5 o'clock Jamaican time? I think.
Yeah, 5 p.m. Jamaican time.
3 o'clock meeting at Cali, 3 o'clock Californian time. I don't know. So, bless up myself. Don't forget, smash a like on the video.
Yeah.
Subscribe to both channels, people. But tune into the intro. Look how video will make, So we have there.
So we just start board reggae boys. We go across the board and bring European football to you guys. Yeah, we just want to stick in at the reggae boy channel. We don't know 876. We love 876. And we love, the black, green, and gold. But we love football too much to stay in one direction. We want to spread the wings and fly more. Yeah? So, bless up. Enjoy the intro.